When we think about the circus, it is likely to conjure up images of clowns, acrobats, and unique performing animals. Yet, behind the big top lies a world filled with unique individuals whose lives were as fascinating as their acts. These performers walked a fine line between admiration and exploitation, each with their own remarkable story. Join us as we delve into the lives of 30 such individuals whose strange and unusual talents made them a spectacle in the circus world. So let's start with number 30, Priscilla Lawther. During her long life, Priscilla Lawther was known by many names. Originally, she was descriptively dubbed the Hairy Little Girl, and later as the Monkey Girl. Priscilla was born on April 26 of 1911 in Puerto Rican. She had been born with hypertrichosis, which means she had a full head of dark hair and a layer of coarse dark hair covering her entire face and body. She also had 2 entire rows of teeth and drew immediate attention from the public and the medical community. Adopted by an American man after her father's death, Priscilla was nicknamed Monkey Girl by the public during her circus tours. Her path intertwined with EMT Bahano, a man suffering from iosis, a skin condition that makes his skin tough and scaly. Their shared experiences in the sideshow world forged a deep bond, leading them to elope and become known as the world's strangest married couple. Together they toured sideshows, captivating audiences with their unique appearances and shared resilience. Priscilla occasionally appeared on television shows, showcasing talents beyond her physical appearance and managing her hair growth with daily shaving until her husband's death in 1995. Number 29, Crau Farini. Crau Farini, famously known as the Bearded Lady, became an iconic figure in circus history. Born with hypertrichosis, a condition causing excessive hair growth, Crau was showcased publicly from the late 19th to early 20th century. Often marketed as a missing link in Darwinian evolution, her thickly covered face and body contrasted sharply with her refined manners and impeccable command of English. Rejecting the primitive image promoted in her publicity, Crau often performed dressed as a middle-class Victorian child, charming audiences with her grace and unique appearance. Performing into the 1920s, she captivated countless crowds with her undeniable charm and resilience. Crau settled in Brooklyn, where she passed away from influenza in 1926, leaving behind a legacy of dignity and fascination in the sideshow world. Number 28, Francesco Lentini. Francesco Lentini's life was nothing short of extraordinary. Born conjoined at the spine with a malformed leg and an additional set of genitals, Francesco was one of 12 siblings. His birth was so shocking that the midwife fled in fear. Doctors deemed separation too risky, leaving Francesco to navigate life with his unique physique. Often teased for his appearance, his perspective shifted when he saw others with greater hardships at a children's institution. Determined not to be defined by his condition, Francesco embraced his role in prestigious circuses like Barnum's and Coney Island for 4 decades. His unwavering positivity and remarkable stage presence earned him immense respect, eventually crowning him the king of the circus community. Francesco's legacy is one of triumph over adversity and enduring spirit. Number 27, Sarah Baartman. Sarah Baartman, a member of the Kui tribe in South Africa, experienced a life of profound tragedy and resilience. During a betrayal ceremony, European soldiers ambushed her community, leaving her orphaned and widowed at just 16. Taken to Cape Town, she worked as a domestic servant before being transported to England 5 years later. In England, Sarah's notably ample hindquarters drew significant attention, leading to her exhibition as Hottentot Venus. Her displays worsened when she was moved to France, where she was kept almost entirely naked except for a loincloth. Sarah's life ended tragically at 26, and her remains were desecrated until Nelson Mandela's persistent efforts in 2002 secured their return to South Africa, granting her a dignified resting place and honoring her enduring legacy. Number 26, Violeta Vieta. Violeta Vieta was born with tetra amelia syndrome, a rare condition that left her without arms or legs. Despite her physical limitations, Violeta exhibited incredible dexterity, astonishing those around her by combing her hair and sewing items using her mouth. Touring under the title Beautiful Armless and Legless Venus, she showcased her flawless torso, which doctors admired for its perfection. Often carried on stage by a nurse, Violeta allowed audiences to touch her, highlighting her extraordinary condition. However, this sometimes led to unwanted advances, which she gracefully deflected by gently jabbing admirers with her shoulder. Violeta's performances emphasized her resilience and unique beauty, making her a beloved and respected figure in the sideshow circuit. Number 25. Waldo the Great. The term geek finds its origins in sideshow history, embodied by performers like Waldo the Great. Unlike typical geeks who consumed bizarre items, Waldo's unique act involved swallowing and regurgitating live animals, including fish and frogs. To authenticate his act, Waldo invited skeptical audience members on stage to swallow their watches, then let them hear the ticking from his belly, proving the authenticity of his performances. His clean-cut, bespectacled appearance starkly contrasted with his shocking feats, adding an extra layer of intrigue. Waldo's ability to balance his grotesque acts with his refined appearance made him a standout figure in sideshow entertainment. His performances were so astonishing that women often fainted, solidifying his place as a memorable and beloved performer. Number 24. Isaac W. Spragg. Isaac W. Spragg, known as the Human Skeleton, began his career under challenging circumstances. Born with a fragile physique, Isaac faced severe malnutrition that left him significantly underweight by adulthood. Despite his health struggles, he joined a small circus and quickly gained attention for his skeletal appearance. Performing with P.T. Barnum's Circus, he was dubbed the Human Skeleton due to his extreme thinness and fragile frame. A narrow escape from the burning Barnum's American Museum showcased his resilience. Balancing fleeting fame with financial hardships exacerbated by a gambling addiction, Isaac continued performing to sustain his health. Tragically, he died in 1887, his life marked by both the spotlight's fleeting glory and the harsh realities of sideshow existence. Number 23. Pip and Flip. Jenny Lee and Elvira Snow, born in Georgia, had microcephaly, giving them small skulls and distinct facial features. Promoted as the Aztec Children, the sisters gained fame performing in sideshows and appearing in the 1932 film Freaks. Despite the exploitation they faced, their innocence and charm won over audiences. The sisters retired to live modestly after their careers, leaving behind a lasting impression in circus history as beloved and enigmatic performers. Number 22. George Washington Morrison Nutt. George Washington Morrison Nutt's journey into the circus world began in 1862, when P.T. Barnum discovered him during a tour in the English countryside. Born with a small stature, George endured poor treatment from his initial manager until Barnum intervened, offering his parents a substantial sum to employ George, ensuring he received a proper education alongside his performances. Under Barnum's management, George became known for his lively presence and petite size, quickly becoming a prominent performer. However, his career was marred by rivalry with fellow miniature performer Tom Thumb, especially over their mutual affection for Warren. This intense competition even led to physical altercations. Despite personal turmoil, George flourished under Barnum's guidance, showcasing his balance and securing a beloved place in the world of entertainment. Number 21. Millie and Christine McCoy. Meet Millie and Christine McCoy, the enchanting two-headed sisters who mesmerized audiences in the 1800s. Conjoined at birth and sharing vital organs, their lives were a testament to resilience and artistry. Born into slavery in 1852, they were separated from their parents and sold to showman James P. Smith at just 10 months old. Unlike many exploited for their unique condition, Smith nurtured their talents, providing education in music and dance. Their harmonious performances earned them the nickname Nightingales, captivating crowds with their synchronized piano playing and beautiful voices. Touring with the legendary P.T. Barnum Circus, they enjoyed financial security for decades. However, a devastating fire left them destitute in their later years, and they passed away from tuberculosis at age 61, their bond unbroken until the end. Number 20. Stepan Bauski. Stepan Bauski, better known as Lionel the Lion-Faced Man, was born in Poland in 1890 with a rare condition that caused his entire body to be covered in hair, except for his palms and soles. His mother believed this unusual hair growth was a result of her husband being mauled by a lion during pregnancy, leading her to view Stepan as an abomination and abandoning him at just 4 years old. Despite his challenging start, Stepan toured with the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, becoming a beloved attraction at Coney Island. His unique appearance, with hair growing between 10 to 20 centimeters on most of his body, made him a standout performer. In his early 30s, Stepan retired from public performing and returned to Germany, where he lived quietly until his passing in 1932, leaving behind a legacy of charm and resilience in circus history. Number 19. Shitzy. Shitzy, born at a mere 122 centimeters tall with a mental age equivalent to that of a 3-year-old, faced extraordinary challenges from birth. Born with microsomia, a condition resulting in an unusually small skull, Shitzy was nicknamed Pinhead. His life with the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus was marked by vulnerability and exploitation, as he struggled to form complete sentences and often wore girls' dresses to attract audiences. Despite these hardships, Shitzy captivated crowds with his unique presence and innocent charm. In the 1960s, tragedy struck when his caretakers passed away, leaving him alone in a mental hospital. Recognizing his need to perform, a fellow sideshow performer intervened, allowing Shitzy to return to the stage where he continued entertaining audiences until his passing in 1971 at age 70. Number 18. Myrtle Corbin. Myrtle Corbin was born with dipagus, a rare condition resulting in 2 pelvises side by side and 4 legs. While her inner pair of legs were small and non-functional, they contributed to her unique appearance, making her a natural fit for sideshows. Myrtle toured various circuses, showcasing her unusual anatomy and captivating curious audiences with her extraordinary physique. At 19, she married Dr. Clinton Beale in 1887, overcoming her physical challenges to lead a fulfilling personal life. Together, they had 5 children, 3 born from one pelvis and 2 from the other, adding to the fascination surrounding her condition. Myrtle's life was a blend of personal happiness and public intrigue, making her a beloved and respected figure in sideshow history. Number 17. Jack Earl. Standing at an astonishing 8'6", Jack Earl earned the title of one of the tallest men in the world. Born weighing only 1.8 kilos, doctors feared he wouldn't survive, but Jack defied expectations with a remarkable growth spurt starting at age 7. By 10, he surpassed 6 feet tall due to acromegalic gigantism, a condition causing excessive growth hormone production. His towering presence made him a target for bullying, leading him to hide from peers in alleys to avoid startling others. Despite these challenges, Hollywood recognized his unique stature, offering him roles in short comedy films. Jack's career spanned 14 years, bringing humor and charm to the screen. He passed away in 1952 in El Paso, Texas, at age 46, leaving behind a legacy of breaking barriers in entertainment. Number 16. Annie Jones. Annie Jones was born in 1865 with a remarkable condition, fine hair covering her chin and a full mustache by age 5. Recognizing an opportunity, Annie's mother agreed to showcase her daughter with the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus as the infant Esau, referencing the biblical figure known for his hairy appearance. Annie's performances in New York drew large crowds, but her journey wasn't without challenges. Kidnapped by a local phrenologist, Annie was briefly lost before being reunited with her mother at a church fair in upstate New York. Resilient, Annie continued to perform, becoming a well-known attraction. Her unique appearance made her a star in the sideshow world until her untimely death at age 37 after a tragic fall. Number 15. Miranda de Ho. Miranda de Ho, known as the Invulnerable Man, defied expectations with her extraordinary abilities. Born in the Netherlands, Miranda worked at a design firm until age 33, when she began experiencing strange paranormal dreams. Believing her body was invulnerable, she left her job to pursue a new path, touring bars and demonstrating her unique talents. Miranda allowed people to pierce her torso with sharp objects in exchange for money and amazed audiences by swallowing glass and razor blades. Haunted by her abilities, she felt chosen by a higher power to convey a spiritual message. In 1948, Miranda tragically swallowed a large steel needle to prove her divinity, leading to her death from an aortic rupture at age 35. Her legacy is one of resilience and mystery, leaving a lasting impression on the sideshow world. Number 14. Chang and Eng Bunker. Chang and Eng Bunker, the legendary Siamese twins from Siam, now Thailand, were born in 1811 and became iconic sideshow attractions. Connected by a small piece of cartilage at the chest and sharing a fused liver, they toured Europe, drawing large and curious crowds wherever they went. Their fame reached royalty, including King Charles and Queen Henrietta, underscoring their celebrity status. Lazarus, the fully functional twin, led a relatively normal life, fathering several children, while Joanne's, the parasitic twin, protruded from Lazarus's torso with limited movement. Their bond was so strong that when Lazarus killed a man after being taunted, the court couldn't execute him without harming Joanne's, ensuring Lazarus's survival. The Chang and Eng Bunker's story is one of extraordinary bond and tragic fate, leaving a poignant legacy in sideshow history. Number 13. Fanny Mills. Fanny Mills, born in England around 1860, immigrated to America and settled in Ohio with her family. As a child, her feet began to grow uncontrollably due to Milroy's disease, a rare disorder causing severe swelling in the lower limbs. By 1885, Fanny's feet reached an incredible 19 inches in length and 7 inches in width, prompting her to turn her unusual condition into a source of income. With the help of her friend Mary Brown, she toured the East Coast, promoted as the Ohio Bigfoot Girl, claiming to have the largest feet on Earth. Circus promoters falsely advertised that her father would pay $5,000 to any man willing to marry her, but Fanny had already married Mary Brown's brother, William. Despite earning up to $150 a week, a miscarriage led to her retirement from the freak show circuit, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and entrepreneurial spirit. Number 12. Robert Melvin. Robert Melvin, known as the Man with Two Faces, was born in Missouri on May 9, 1920. Standing out early due to his unique appearance, Robert's face was significantly affected by neurofibromatosis, characterized by fibrous tumors on the right side. Initially barred from attending school, he received a full education and developed an outgoing personality that endeared him to his community. Embracing his condition, Robert joined the sideshow world in 1949 at Coney Island, where his distinctive appearance became his asset. Not only was he a popular attraction, but he also served as the show's accountant, earning respect and admiration. His friendly demeanor and intelligence made him a cherished member of the sideshow community until his passing, leaving behind a legacy of acceptance and grace. Number 11. Minnie Woolsey. Minnie Woolsey, known as Cuckoo the Bird Girl, was born with Varroa syndrome, a rare condition causing a small head and a narrow bird-like face with a long nose and large eyes. Bald, toothless, and with poor vision, Minnie's striking appearance made her a standout in sideshows and circus performances. Cast in the 1932 film Freaks, she wore a bird costume and performed memorable dance scenes that captivated audiences. Despite her challenges, many embraced her role in the entertainment industry, becoming a beloved figure. Her participation in sideshows highlighted both her unique physical traits and her incredible resilience, earning her fame and a lasting legacy in circus history. Number 10. Daisy and Violet Hilton. Daisy and Violet Hilton were famous conjoined twins who lived a life of spectacle and struggle until their deaths in 1969. Touring Britain from the age of 3, they faced physical abuse and exploitation under the management of Edith Mears and her husband after their primary caregiver, Mary Hilton, passed away. Despite drawing large crowds and experiencing moments of glamour and wealth, the Hilton twins never saw the money they earned. Determined to gain independence, they eventually sued their former managers for $100,000 in damages and won, allowing them to take control of their lives. They spent their later years touring burlesque shows, experiencing a mixture of freedom and continued public fascination, passing away just days apart at age 60. Number 9. Sarah Birkin. Sarah Birkin, born without arms and with non-functioning legs, was a figure of incredible resilience. Mastering writing, painting, and needlework using only her mouth, Sarah's talents caught the attention of Charles Dickens, who immortalized her in his novels Martin Chuzzlewit and Nicholas Nickleby. Touring with Emmanuel Dukes, she shared her remarkable abilities with the world, captivating audiences by drawing, sewing, and creating beautiful paintings. Her performances were in high demand, with her creations selling for significant sums. Sarah's story is one of overcoming physical limitations to achieve artistic excellence, inspiring many with her determination and creativity in the face of adversity. Number 8. William Hutchings. William Hutchings, famously known as the Boy Lightning Calculator, was a mathematical prodigy promoted by P.T. Barnum. Born in the mid-19th century, William astonished audiences with his ability to perform complex arithmetic without the use of a pencil. Working at Barnum's American Museum until it burned down in 1868, William continued his incredible calculations, even performing for President Ulysses S. Grant at the White House in 1872. Transitioning from sideshow fame, William authored a book teaching others how to perform similar feats. His legacy as a mathematical marvel remains a testament to his extraordinary talent and the unique blend of intellect and showmanship that defined his career. Number 7. Frank Richards. Frank Richards, known for his extraordinary resilience, discovered his unique talent while fighting in World War I. He could withstand hard punches to his belly without flinching. Realizing the uniqueness of his ability led him to join the vaudeville comedy circuit. After the war, Frank charged audiences to punch him in the stomach, turning his condition into a popular act. His performances included enduring strikes from 18-pound sled hammers and even a 100-pound cannonball, yet he remained unfazed. Frank's act attracted heavyweight boxers, including world champion Jess Willard, who couldn't faze him. His legendary resilience made him a beloved figure in vaudeville, solidifying his place in sideshow history. Number 6. Anna Swan. Anna Swan, born in 1865, was a towering figure at 7'5", defying the norms of her time. By age 10, she had reached 6'1", due to a remarkable growth spurt, a clear sign of her extraordinary stature. Joining P.T. Barnum's American Museum at 17, Anna's impressive height made her a star attraction. In 1865, she survived a life-threatening ordeal when a fire engulfed the museum stairs, trapping her due to her size. With the help of others, Anna escaped safely, continuing her career by touring the Western United States and Europe. She even performed before Queen Victoria, married fellow exceptionally tall performer Martin Van B. and Bates, and lived out her life in Giants Camp, Gibsonton, Florida, leaving behind an incredible legacy. Number 5. Grady Stiles. Grady Stiles, known as Lobster Boy, was born with ectrodactyly, a condition fusing his fingers and toes into a lobster-like appearance. Using a wheelchair and possessing impressive upper body strength, Grady carved a niche in the sideshow world. Despite his physical differences, his strength was overshadowed by struggles with alcohol and a violent temper, making him feared by his family and others. In 1978, Grady reached a tragic peak by shooting and killing his oldest daughter's fiancé. Receiving only 15 years probation due to the prison's inability to accommodate his condition, his abusive behavior continued to escalate. In 1993, Grady was murdered by a teenage sideshow performer hired by his desperate wife, Mary Teresa, ending his notorious and troubled life. Number 4. George Lippert. George Lippert, known as the Man with 3 Legs and 2 Hearts, was born in 1842 with a fully formed third leg and an additional heart. His extra leg, though non-functional, made him a sensational attraction in sideshows. P.T. Barnum recruited George in 1860, transforming him into Zip the Pinhead. Shaving his head and dressing him in a bizarre fur suit, Barnum marketed George as part of a naked race of men from another planet. Embracing his character, George performed silently, only grunting when addressed. Despite his captivating act, George struggled with popularity as another 3-legged performer emerged. By 1906, penniless and homeless, he was taken in by Mary Riggs, living quietly in Salem, Oregon, until his death from tuberculosis at 62. George's unique anatomy and resilient spirit left a lasting impression on sideshow history. Number 3. Fedor Jevtichuk. Fedor Jevtichuk, known as Jojo the Dog-Faced Boy, was a renowned sideshow performer from Russia. Brought to the United States at 16 by P.T. Barnum, Fedor was born with hereditary hypertrichosis, resulting in excessive hair growth over his body. Barnum marketed him as a dog-faced boy, creating a wild tale of his capture by a hunter in a cave. In reality, Fedor's father also performed in sideshows and tragically died from alcoholism. Despite his high intelligence and ability to speak multiple languages, Fedor was forced to bark like a dog on stage, part of his act's authenticity. His unique appearance and forced behavior captivated audiences until he died of pneumonia at 35 in 1904, leaving a legacy of both fascination and exploitation. Number 2. Prince Randan. Prince Randan, also known as the Snake Man and the Human Caterpillar, was a remarkable sideshow performer standing under 3 feet tall. Born with minimal arms and almost non-existent legs, Prince resembled a caterpillar more than a man. Dressed in a striped suit, his act included wiggling on stage and performing tricks like lighting a cigarette and painting with his mouth. P.T. Barnum capitalized on his unique appearance, making Prince a beloved figure in sideshows. Over his 40-year career, Prince entertained audiences with his agility and charm, remaining a captivating presence until his final performance on December 19, 1934. He died of a heart attack at 63, just hours after entertaining his last audience, leaving behind a legacy of enduring fascination. Number 1. Ella Harper. Ella Harper, known as the Camel Girl, was born with an orthopedic condition causing her knees to bend backward, forcing her to walk on all fours. This rare affliction, classified as an advanced form of congenital genu recurvatum, made Ella a standout performer. In 1886, she became the star attraction of W.H. Harris's Nickel Plate Circus, where her unique gait alongside a camel created a striking visual for audiences. Newspapers hailed her as the most wonderful freak of nature, fascinated by her ability to adapt and perform despite her physical limitations. Ella's performances showcased her resilience and grace, making her a celebrated figure in the circus world and inspiring many with her determination and strength. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for amazing content just like this.